Hey everyone, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps, and today I created a scene card using the super cute StoryBook Fall stamp set. So I'm going to be using the coordinating die for this, but you could do this as a one-layer card with some masking and things like that. But if you've got the die set, you might as well use the die set, right? So I've got my images. There's quite a few images in this stamp set, and I feel like you can really get a lot of scenes out of this. So the scene that I'm creating today will be using the tree, a ton of birds. There's two different kinds of birds in this stamp set. Some little tufts of grass, the barrel full of apples, and then little stray apples. So that's what I'm using for my scene. And when I'm coloring, I'll kind of talk about other scenes that you could put together with this stamp set. I'm using my MISTI to stamp the images with Honeybee Stamps black ink, intense black ink, and I'm using some Olo markers to color my images, and you can see the caps there. Those are the colors that I'm using. I'm not going to show you every image because most of this is repetitive coloring, but we've got some green for this apple tree, of course, brown, some red. The birds, I'm going to do bluebirds. I love bluebirds. I just think they're so pretty. But in our neighborhood, we have this really pretty trail that goes through nature because we live at the base of like a little mountain. And so when we're walking through there, when birds are starting to fly south for the winter, we get these beautiful bluebirds, just tons of them, and they make these beautiful noises, and we get to see it twice a year because when they come back through, it's springtime. So I always like to color bluebirds. So that's my inspiration for the bluebirds here. So as far as other ways that you could make a scene with this stamp set, there are two cute dogs. One is sitting, one's kind of reaching for something, so it looks like it's probably reaching for an apple. You could put an apple in his hand. You could put a bird on his hand. So you could have the two dogs, the apple tree, and some birds and some apples. Then there's this really cute scarecrow, and then there's a couple things of bales of hay. You could do the scarecrow and birds and the bales of hay. You could also do that with the barrel of apples and the scarecrow and a bale of hay. You could do the tree and a scarecrow next to it. There's a lot of different ways that you could really use the stamp set and a lot of different options for how you want to create a sweet little scene card. You could also just put that cute apple barrel as a really simple, like clean and simple card. Put that in the center, maybe with a bluebird on it and your sentiment like right in the center, and have some pretty patterned paper, maybe just in the mat behind the white cardstock. There's a lot of ways to do it. So if you don't have this stamp set, you might want to think about it because it is just absolutely darling. So of course my colors don't feel super autumn, super fall. I'm going to add something at the end that'll kind of give it that feeling, but I really love the bright red and the bright blue against the greens and browns in this card. I'm going to finish up this barrel. I'm using a little bit of gray for that band there. And so you're going to see me color these little tufts of grass, and I like to overcolor on those. And at the base of the tree, there's some grass. I'm going to overcolor on that. What I mean by that is I'm going to go past the image because when you die cut out, I don't want a white edge around that. I don't mind a white edge around the rest of the tree, but I don't want it on the grass because I'm going to be placing this on top of kind of an ink blended or inked background, and I just want that to not have that white edge. So I'm going to go past those images. Now I'm going to use the coordinating dies to die cut these out. I have a lot of images. I think I used everything except for one bird. I colored 6 birds. I used 5. So I always tend to kind of overdo, but I'd rather have the extra than not have it. For my background, I want to make some grass at the bottom. So on my acrylic block, I inked up and spritzed with water. I used the Lucky Clover Distress Oxide ink. That matched my Olo markers that I colored the grass with. So I didn't want that to be completely off. I'm using a bigger acrylic block and Tumbled Glass Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going to really get it wet because you want this to slide across the top. Like it got stuck there because it wasn't quite wet enough. So I'm going to ink my acrylic block up again, spritz it really good, and then drag it across my cardstock. And then I'm just going to use my heat tool to give this a good dry. This was a quick and easy way to make a background. The background just needed to be there. It didn't need to be crazy or wild because it was all about the images. Then I have my sentiment that I'm going to center at the top. I did have my tree in place just to make sure that it was high enough. And this sentiment says, life's bounty is sweetest when shared with friends. And I just thought that was so cute because there's so many cute little birds here. I'm going to do different depths of dimension on this card. I did speed this up quite a bit because putting it together took a minute. So for my tree, I'm using like a 2mm foam adhesive strip. I'm going to place that off to the right just a little bit and the apple barrel off to the left. And I am letting them hang over a little bit, and I'm going to trim the excess off. I do like when my scenes hang off the edge. It just feels like it's bigger than it is. For the apple barrel, I did 1mm foam adhesive. So it's a little bit further back from the tree. I wanted the tree to be in the foreground. And so then these other little tufts of grass and some of the birds will also be the 1mm foam adhesive. And then some things will be adhered directly to the background. So in these apples, there's a little image that's 2 apples together, and then you have single apples. Of course, I did a lot of them because I wanted to have a lot of apples on the ground. So we're building the scene. To me, it looks like apples have fallen, apples have been collected, and these cute little bluebirds are just coming around and checking out and snacking on some apples. So that was my idea. Super simple, but I just really think this turned out so cute. I'm really happy with how this came out, and I think this tree is a really kind of a fantastic tree. If you look at it, I love that it fills up this whole card background, but still leaves a lot of room to put things. So we've got a bird on the apples in the barrel, one on the ground. He's going to be snacking on some apples. We've got one in the tree, one in the front there. I'm going to tuck those apples behind that other little piece of tufted grass. I'm going to put another singular apple down over here, popped up with that 1mm foam tape. I'm just trying to decide where I want this last little apple. I'm going to tuck it under those 2 right in the front. And then we're going to add another bird at the top here with just a little bit of liquid glue. Look at how cute that is. So I trimmed the excess off, and then I wanted something to make it feel a little more fall. So I am using the Fall is in the Air paper pad, and this plaid has a little bit of blue in it, so to me it ties it together to those bluebirds, and I think it's a perfect finish for the mat on this. And then this will be adhered to an A2 size white card base, but I had trimmed my card panel down slightly smaller than an A2 size, and then the pattern paper is A2 sized, so it's just going to give it a nice little added fall feel. And then I did add some white gel pen highlights just to the apples. And look at how cute this is, you guys. I love it so much. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the stamp set. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project and hope you guys feel inspired.